How's it hanging, fellas? I'm OrosZ, and this is another episode of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, and in today's episode we are witnessing Larry. What Larry heard. Read by me. It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve? Fucking tell me about it. So I was listening to an all-request show on the radio, see? I was listening to it real booming loud like. But I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remembered exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it too. Okay. This is starting to sound really fucking, like really fucking trying to reach here. It's like the writers didn't know exactly what the fuck how to put this file on the right track. So they just fucking decided that Larry all of a sudden was listening to the radio and he heard some bullshit, and we're gonna tie in how that bullshit could have only been said at a specific time or whatever the fuck. You were listening to your radio at a high volume. Yeah, it's the big problem. We're gonna have hearing issues. Can a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't that a free country? I really believe Larry has no idea what the problem here is. I don't think he does. I don't think he gives a shit, too. Good for him. Judge, can you believe a word this witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beat from the radio. True enough, it is difficult to believe this testimony. I believe anything Larry says. Wait, Your Honor? Like, for example, his girlfriend actually respects him and doesn't cheat on him. The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot. Excuse me, DJ? As an announcer, the guy who says things on the radio. Anyway, what this means is, when he heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talked between songs, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Wright. Can't believe I'm fucking continuing this charade. It's gonna land me. I'm gonna be out of job. The fuck is this? What Larry heard? I was lonely. Me too. So you turn on the radio? Right. I just wanted to hear someone's voice, you know. You don't know what it is like out there alone on Christmas Eve alone. I do. Shouldn't have said anything. So I was listening to an all-request show on the radio, see? See, pal? Do you by any chance remember the name of the program you were listening to? Because I would like to, as well. It has nothing to do with the case, Your Honor. Objection sustained. The witness was listening to the radio. This is all we need to know. Tell us, Mr. Butts, how loud was your radio set on that night? I was listening to it real booming loud. Real booming loud? Yeah, you know. And you had headphones on. Yeah, I wouldn't think you could hear anything going on outside at all. But I'm sure I heard that gunshot. Can you prove that? No, of course you can't. Nah, I can't prove it. But I remember that moment real clear. I mean, while I was talking about it, it came back real clear to me, you know? I remember exactly what the DJ was saying. What did she say? She? There was nothing about her being a woman. I don't think so. Mr. Wright, please cease these pointless questions. What possible good cause knowing what the radio DJ said to us? Indeed, Mr. Ford, Carmack has a point. Allow the questions only if you see some reason why we should care. We should care. Oh, of course we should. We can't be careless. Why? Well, how do you know if we don't ask? Fine, very well. But please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot? Last night the DJ saved my life. Just when she said, hey, it's almost Christmas, I heard that gunshot. It's almost Christmas? Are you sure? Of course I am. She had this real sexy voice. Maybe when Carmack is... That's right, I'm not sure how that helped us at all. This is the most ludicrous testimony I've ever heard. There was one glaring ray of hope in there. Got to press it until we get to the bottom of what happened. It's almost Christmas. Photograph of the scene of the murder. Fuck. Heard two sounds like gunshot just after midnight. After midnight. I'm gonna save the game again just to be fucking sure. How do I fucking do this shit again? Jesus, I forgot how to play this game. I got it. The music stops when you do an objection. Then you know you did it. Larry, are you absolutely sure? But I used the same evidence twice in a row. You're absolutely sure what you're saying is correct? Oh, what's with the face? You look scary, dude. If you're trying to scare me, you better know I don't scare that easily. Something the matter, Mr. Wright? Your Honor, did you hear what the witness just said? They said, hey, it's almost Christmas when who heard the gunshot. Indeed, and who the fuck cares? Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. You realize what this means? I think I've heard that somewhere before. When he heard the gunshot, it was Christmas Eve. That would seem to be the case, yes? But that contradicts the two testimonies we have heard so far. So there were 3 gunshots? Because the gun was fired 3 times. Jesus Christ, what is this fucking case? I don't know. It's getting so fucking convoluted. I've heard so far, Your Honor. Both Miss Hart and the old man said it was after midnight when they heard the shots. In other words, when they heard the gunshots, it was already Christmas. This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor. I gotta... Told you how I went back to school. I gotta actually fucking finish a presentation for tomorrow. That I haven't even started because, well, I had some trouble fucking signing up for that shit, and I only joined recently with the new class and shit. And let's just say I kind of fucking missed out on like 2 months of whatever they were doing. So now I got 2 months to catch up with. And I'm not even sure, like, should I fucking do this presentation? I don't even know what it's about. I don't even know if the teacher has any requirements of how to fucking do these things. She'll fucking receive a presentation from me and be like, who the fuck is this? Should probably, I don't know, send an email asking if I should fucking prepare some shit. What does this mean? I went to a private school. I don't want to be fucking kicked out again. 2 prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, this witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight. Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him. Fucking dumbass looking piece of shit. What? Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Butt's claim he heard the gunshot before midnight? Larry's always right. Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. He heard the gunshot before midnight. Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence from this wild claim? Show me evidence there was a gunshot before midnight. It's the gun, it was fired 3 times. This is my evidence. The murder weapon? Something about this pistol is bothering me, Your Honor. Both of the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When? Then was the last shot fired, or the first one? I don't know, only now have I realized the truth. The first shot was the shot Larry heard just before the midnight. So what, somebody was fucking shooting at ducks practicing? I guess that would make sense out of yesterday's testimony. A waste of time again with your empty statements. Yes, the pistol was fired 3 times. But do you have any proof that it was fired before midnight? You have proof that the witness didn't just think he heard something. Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, There's no turning back now. You have evidence to prove there was a gunshot before midnight? You have fucking evidence? Do you, you piece of shit? I do. Which one is it? This one. Look at this photograph. This giant fucking photograph I'm holding in my hand. This was taken by our witness yesterday, Miss Laura Hart, with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads December 24th, 11:50 p.m. Oh yeah. But there's nothing on the lake in this picture. Your Honor, the real issue here is not why enough is shown in this photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all. What do you fucking mean? Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set to go off in response to loud noises. Correct. It was a loud noise in the lake at 11:50 p.m. It's like trying to explain your grandpa how to fucking turn something on. It's like, it responds automatically to noises. You just ask it, Alexa, turn on pornography, and she does it. That's why this photograph was taken. In other words, there was a gunshot at the time that Larry claims. Starting to fall into some fucking depression. Order. Oh, I fucking sense of the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what did happen that night on the lake. Exactly. This is true, there were two sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50, another at 15 minutes after midnight. Why? I ask you why. Uh-oh, I better think of something. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes? What's wrong, Nick? Yeah, what? I don't fucking get it. I have it. Huh? Remember the case with the Steel Samurai? Wait a minute, how long is this episode? Not very long. I always like to check the times of the episode before some fucking big major shit happens, so I don't accidentally have to make a longer episode just because we cannot fucking finish right now. Yeah, of course I remember. The murderer in this case had the same idea as the murderer in this case had the same idea as the murderer in this case. What do you mean? Maya. Yes? If we don't figure this out now, we'll never outrun Edgeworth's guilty verdict. Overturned. Got a hunch and I'm going to run with it. Alright, I mean, is that safe? Safe? We already gotten a guilty verdict, we have nothing to lose. Just watch and let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay? Alright, Nick. Is Nick like huge and buff? Because he kinda seems to be in that suit. He's a fucking big, strong motherfucker. Yes, Mr. Wright? Testimony just now has cleared up this entire case. Thank you, Larry. Proven to be the best character. What do you mean, Mr. Wright? So you finally realize the truth. There can be no other murderer here than Miles Edgeworth himself. Oh, bullshit. Phoenix, just explain shit for me because I have no idea what you just realized. Wrong, Von Karma. A man was shot that night, but wasn't Mr. Edgeworth who did the shooting. A man has fallen into a river in Lego City. The next case. Who threw the man into a river in Lego City? Listen, Rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, one boat was on that lake. This was shown by the witness photograph. The defendant, Miles Edgeworth, and the victim, Robert Hammond, were on that boat. Then he vaporized him with his gun. There was a gunshot fired on that boat and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. Couldn't have been suicide. Well, the guilty part has to be the other man on the boat. The guilty party. I admit it's hard to imagine any other possibility. Yes, but this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight. What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? I have photographic evidence of the time of the shooting. Timestamp on the photo says 12:15. Larry heard a gunshot 5 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before this shot on the lake. That's the only way that Edgeworth could be innocent. Oh my fucking guys. Wait. What? I don't understand anything. Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Explain who the men on the boats are. The murderer and Hammond. That's right. It was the murderer and Robert Hammond. What are you saying? That contradicts what you just told the court. You said that Robert Hammond has been killed 25 minutes before this gunshot. Yeah, that's right. Also, might I mention, the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, has admitted to being on that boat? Alright, Your Honor, crash and burn. Did I fucked up? Mr. Wright, your client has already been declared guilty once. I don't have to penalize you for this bullshit. I'll ask you again. What, it's not? Oh, fuck. Edgeworth and the murderer? Can be that one. Of course it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth. Oh, that starts to make sense. What, are you fucking serious? Bro, are you fucking serious, dude? Holy shit. Yes, Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place. I'm not sure what to make of all this shit. Ludicrous. Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer then, please. I got it. It's fucking, I don't know. It's Yanni Yogi, I think. The murder name? Right, it's... Actually, I don't fucking know. You don't know? How can you waste my time? I don't know because he never told us. The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop, that old man. That old coot. At 11:50 he was the one who killed Robert Hammond. The caretaker of the boat shop, but he's so nice. My dad killed him. Where did he do it? There weren't any boats in that lake then. Why would he have to go all the way out on the lake just to shoot someone? May I suggest that the real scene of this crime was not on the boat? What? Well then where did the murder took place? I don't get this fucking anything. Show the judge where the fucking murder took place. But I don't fucking know. Over here? Around here. The boat shop where he lives. That way he could meet with the victim without anyone seeing. Do you have proof that the boat shop was the scene of the crime? Got a feeling that the boat shop's a pretty cozy place to live. Well, fucking in a park next to a lake, not too many people around. It's pretty quiet, kind of creepy a little bit maybe. Recall Larry's testimony, if you will. But you know, for scary shit to happen, you don't have to be in a fucking forest. Was the boat fucking scanning the area? No, he was, because it's Larry's boat. That night, he was out in the lake in a boat searching for something. He finds it and returns the boat. I'm so fucking mad about this shit, Jesus Christ, come on. Literally the first time I put these on, fuck off. And just as he started to head home, he hears a gunshot. Heard a gunshot, Your Honor, even though he was wearing headphones at the time, meaning he was standing right in front of it. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. Where would that be if he had just returned the boat? The boat shop. Larry just kind of stands there, listening to us. What happened to that night in Gourd Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning. Yes, Your Honor. Nick, are you fucking sure about this? Not really. But I think if I start at the very beginning, I think it's law I might just be able to figure this out. I feel kind of shitty. That night, the caretaker was a boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. I fucking killed him. The parrot helped. This was around 11:50. Why would he go into a fucking boat shop with him? That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. And he got into the boat with Edgeworth and went out into the middle of the lake. And who fired the pistol in the boat, Mr. Wright? The boat shop cared, I think. Of course, it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice, both missed Edgeworth on purpose. That's a fucking wild claim that he just shot twice and missed on purpose. Wait a minute. Yes? Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone? Details. No, this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanations, and this is the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer had to fire twice. To create a witness? I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor. Create a witness? The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. I don't sure that anyone who heard the shot would look at the lake. His heart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Next, the murderer waits a bit and he fires again. Then, he jumped in the water. The murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him. That's an elaborate plan for an old drunk. Basically tried to frame, like someone who would seen that, 2 gunshots, and then a body falling in the water, and then there was also a corpse they found, because I guess he dumped Robert Hammond's body in the lake. Very elaborate, though I don't know how an old fuck like that could swim to the shore. I mean, I guess he could. Someone looking from the edge of the lake, it would appear that one of the men on the boat had shot the other. The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice to draw attention to the boat. Once he realized that, everything else falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop, and he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body, and threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired that night on Gourd Lake. Bailiff, bring out the witness from before. The boat shop caretaker, quickly. Very well. While we are waiting for the caretaker, I would like to ask the defendant Miles Edgeworth a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand. Oh, look at that, Edgeworth at the stand. Mr. Edgeworth, heard what the defense had said? Yes. Well, why did you go to the lake that night? What Wright has said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Yes. Several days ago I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop at the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he had something very important to discuss with me. Something important? I'm sorry, I can't say what it was. Your Honor, sir, bailiff, we're conducting a trial here. I ask you to remain quiet. The witness has disappeared. He isn't at the boat shop either. What? What should I do? Find him quickly. We cannot allow him to get away. Oh, what a fucking... That just tells you that he's the fucking murderer. He's trying to run away now. Stephen Karma, your witness has disappeared. A search warrant has already been issued. goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I'll extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request that the police department utilize all of its forces to find that witness. Am I understood? One more thing. Just who is that boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him, and I want to know who he is. That's cool. We're running out of time in this episode, and I'm not. So the next time I come back with this fucking Let's Play, I won't be completely clueless what the fuck's going on. Very well, court is adjourned. That's cool, that's cool. I wonder what the next murder is gonna be. December 27th. First 22, who cares? Hey Nick, you did it. Yeah, I'm sure I did. All in the day's work. Well, at least we got out from under that guilty verdict. And what about Larry? That was something else. Even if Karma didn't know what to do with his testimony, Larry really helped us out. Isn't he a great guy and a great friend to have? Sure, once I sift through his unique testimony, still he did save us. I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time. I know what you mean. If the first one wasn't, sometimes I feel like it's us in the trial instead of our clients. Hey Edgeworth, you piece of shit. Well, Mr. Edgeworth? Did you say something? That looks so pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably going to get off the hook. You could try to smile a little, relax. I'm sorry, but I fear it's not over for me yet. What do you fucking mean? Right, there's something that's been troubling me for a long time now, and I don't know whether or not to tell you. Edgeworth? Fucking tell me, you piece of shit. Stop making this harder. There's no little time left. I want to tell you to get it off my chest, but I can't make up my mind. What is it about Edgeworth? Is it that he loves me? It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. Crime you committed? A memory of murder. To be continued in the next episode. I've almost ran out of time. I wish there was at least one episode that actually ended on the to be continued. That would be fucking cool. I don't think any of them did. December 27th, write and call law offices. So what about the nightmare? Did he told me or not? What was Mr. Edgeworth talking about? I have a nightmare where you fuck me in the ass. Memory of a crime that I committed. Memory of a murder. You really think Mr. Edgeworth killed? I don't believe it. Not Edgeworth. Some painful memory has been troubling him recently. He'd never take someone's life, never. Nick. What's up, Larry? Yo, how's everyone doing? What do you think of my performance today? I had him swoon in the aisles, huh, Maya? Swoon me? Oh, yes, I do remember feeling faint. Right on, tell me the truth, it was like love at first sight, right? She's 17, bro. Right, Nick? Oh, he's asking me. Yeah, I do love you, Larry. Me? Yeah, well, maybe my heart skipped a beat or two. I think I can do better than that. Come on, I saved Edgeworth and the dude, Edgy. I should be bowing before me, eh? Bow before your hero. The fuck? What's up, Larry? What you doing in my office? Larry, you really helped us out in the trial today. I own you. You did. If you weren't there, Larry, I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth would have been found guilty. But seriously, Nick, that boat shop caretaker guy is pretty suspicious. But Edgy ain't off the hook yet. Like to spoil the mood, Larry. I'm just a guy sitting in the audience, you know. But from where I was sitting, Edgy seemed pretty edgy. That's the joke I made earlier. And can you really know his feeling down the truth about that night? Nick? I don't know. But what I do know is, I'm going to believe in you two until the end. Us two? Edgeworth and who else? You mean me, right? Nah, he means me, right, Nick? Yeah, you, Larry. Just me? I thought he meant Maya and Larry. But why you, Larry? Huh? Actually, yeah, why me, Nick? Enough with the silent treatment. Oh, what the fuck, Phoenix? You didn't explain why you like Larry more than Maya. Nick, why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? I mean, he's changed recently, true. He's a bit nicer to me, but when we first met him, he was kind of a fucking asshole, don't you think? You didn't know him back then. Back when he wanted to become a defense attorney. Attorney? I said eternity. Wait, was that when you two were classmates? Yes. Whoa, new soundtrack, what the fuck, dude? In grade school, they saved me, Miles. And Larry. They saved me and I'll never forget it. That's why I became a defense attorney, you know? What? Hey Larry, what's he talking about? Huh? Oh, sorry, I kind of forgot. Okay, Nick, out with it. I'm going to hear this story today and that's final. Do we got time for this story? No, we do not. See you fellas in the next episode. Bye.